also, shortly going to be joined by several students that have been stuck there. There are several Indian students who are still in Ukraine, in Kiev, in several parts of Ukraine as well, and their family members back here in India. And we here at Republic are trying to connect them and also try to get in their side of the story as to what they are experiencing, whether or not if there is any help that is being extended to them, what is the Indian agency's role and how are they operating with these Indian nationals on the ground, Richa? Because early morning we also started the news updates with respect to how the Indian embassy has, as you pointed out, given out new guidelines to, dissuade Indian nationals to be moving without any coordination with the Indian embassy, Indian agencies, Indian authorities. And now we see that the Air India flight that had left from Bombay has in fact landed in Bucharest, and there will be evacuations that will take place from across Ukraine by the Indian agencies. There were several hundred students, in fact, that are also going to be evacuated. And you see those visuals as we speak, Richa, on our screen for our viewers that are coming in from Ukraine as well.
Yes, absolutely. In fact, Priyanka, we are also joined by two guests here on Republic TV. We have Shubham Gupta, who is joining us live from the Kharkiv Medical University in Ukraine. And we also have Mokshit joining us live. They are the Indian citizens who are still stuck in Ukraine. Shubham, coming to you first. Where are you, in fact, joining us live from, and what has been your situation like? Have you been able to get in touch with the Indian embassy out there?
Yeah, we tried to get them early morning, but they, as they said, there is new guidelines that they ask us to be there inside, like where we are, like we should be there. We can't go anywhere. But the situation is getting difficult now. And the people's, like one of my friend, he's from Pakistan. Their government, they ask them to leave as soon as possible, and they leave in the morning early 6 in train. Here, like they can reach to Ternopil, so they can evacuate from there to them. But we don't know what our government is doing, but we hope they will do something soon.
And also to you, Mokshit, where are you joining us from? What do you see around yourself right now? There are several other students, Indian students as well, who are stranded with you. Tell us what is happening around you right now.
Ma'am, right now I'm under the bunker, ma'am. I'm in Kharkiv. I stay in Kharkiv. We took shelter over here only whole night, because since late night and all, there were firing going on. We can hear the sounds and all all night, and even at the morning we heard firing sounds and all.
Right. In fact, Mokshit, another quick question to you. But before that, let me also take a question from Shubham. Shubham, have you been able to get access to supplies like food, water, and other things? What have you been seeing and witnessing since the past 24 hours as far as the situation in Kharkiv is concerned? Already there have been advisories issued by the Indian embassy that the Indians must not go towards the bordering areas because it is still not safe.
Yeah, it's not really safe to go outside. Even like we can't go to the market. The prices are also too high now. Like the normal bread, if you want to buy, it's like it costs like more than like $20, I guess. It's too expensive to buy a bread also, and we can't go outside. It's too hard to go outside. But we are just staying inside the bunkers. We are just having apple for a day. It's enough for us to survive, and. We don't know, but the locals, like who are like giving us guideline, who are taking care of us for everything. They are trying to provide us food, but it's impossible because there are every time, like in every hours, their airstrike is starting, and they are not able to come to us, and it's too hard to reach us.
Well, right. Moksh, in fact, you're right now in a bunker, am I right? And how did this really take place? How was the help that was given to you? Could you show us a little bit around you if it's possible?
Actually, ma'am, right now
Yes, ma'am.
I just came to my flat because it's my flat is like near to metro. It's like 50 meters from my flat. So I just came to my flat to take some food and something. But now there is a message like air alarm for the air alarm, and the strike is going to start again. So we are unable to go back to the bunkers again. But we are hope like everything will be fine in few minutes, and we will go back again to the
Right.
bunkers.
In fact, let me also take a quick question from Mokshit now, who has been showing us inside the bunker. Mokshit, if you can show us the visuals around you and also describe who
Yes,
all
ma'am.
can you see around and how many people are really situated in the bunker that you are in.
Ma'am, presently here hardly there are like 100 to 150 people right now. During night time there will be like not night, like during evening time there will be almost like 500 to 600 people over here. Most of them like they take shelter at night over here itself. Even we took the shelter over here since to protect ourselves from bombing, because now they are targeting on civilians maximum, because we saw many visuals that most of the buildings have been attacked. So we are somewhat like we are afraid to stay in flats, so we take shelter over here including small kids, children's, babies, as well as pregnant women come over here and they assist over here. They take shelter over here during night time. You can see under the metro also they are taking, most of them are taking shelter.
Yes. Mokshit, keep describing us the visuals and please keep showing us the visuals as well.
Yeah, ma'am, sure. Not only human beings, even they bring their, even including their pets, they'll get back over here. Each and everything, including a small, like they're not going to give up. All Indians, Russians, everyone are staying here. And we have water point also over here, like they have connected water also for us. There's no scarcity for water, food as well for time being. You can see some of Indians over here. And usually these metros never stop, actually they keep on moving for each and every 5 minutes. They stay maximum for 1 minute, they take stop over here, but for now they stopped completely. And here is the water for us, like for this is a drinking water facility. And above we have charging connection also, so for us, for charging and all, there's no issue. For time being we can survive for some days. We see a couple of people standing over here for charging. And this is a bunker where we stay.
Right.
Mokshit, keep showing us those visuals. You're showing us some very important visuals right there from Ukraine. And are you also with some of your other? If you could keep showing us the visuals, Mokshit. In fact, we are seeing those very important visuals via you. And if you have your friends as well, if you have your classmates, if you have somebody else with you as well, if you could speak to them, we would also like to hear as to how they are dealing with this entire situation on the ground with you.
Ma'am, but now, like right now, they give some time. They have given us time to go to a flat and get some food. So most of my friends have went to their flat to get some food, ma'am.
And Mokshit, if you can also speak to the other nationality people there who are stranded with you. This looks like a metro station where you're reporting for us, this which has been converted into a bunker. What has been the situation as far as the food supplies and other things are concerned? And you have pointed out that mostly people come during the night. That's when the missile attacks really happen.
Yes, ma'am. Like here, for us, as I told you before, like there is no scarcity for food right now. Like the government also is providing, and even from our Indian government also, they have given some instructions and
Mokshit, if you could switch on your back camera right now, and if you could show us those visuals as you are telling us some very important details from where you are right now. If you could just quickly switch on your back camera and show us the visuals as we speak, Mokshit.
Yes, ma'am. Sure, ma'am. Sure. Since there is this metro stop called Oasis Kamam, there where our Indians stay. There our Indian there's a team called Bopper team where it's a consultancy where we come from. They are providing food for all the Indians. So they're not only Indians, whoever stay there, they are taking care of all the people who stay in that stop. And even for us, there is no scarcity for food right now, ma'am. You can see the small child talking out here.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Mokshit, if you can also share more details. You said that at this point there is no scarcity of food, but any information on how many days of food do you have access to? Because we just spoke to Shubham, who has stated that they have to survive on hardly an apple on some days. And what is the situation like? Are people calm enough, or are they prepared to face any kind of situation at this point?
Ma'am, right now we heard a news that they're going to have a airlift for us, and most of the students, some of the students have been taken. They're saying. So far as for a week, up to a week, we can survive over here because we have groceries and all. And at the same time, they are providing us some of the stuff for eating. So no worries right now. Till a week, we can survive over here, ma'am.
Shubham, if you could also hear me right now, you're also showing us some very crucial and important visuals from where you are right now in the bunkers as well. I also want to ask you because, this is somewhat of a double disaster because we are also dealing with the COVID and you're stranded right now with the limited supplies as well. Could you tell us about the situation with respect to the supplies and also how you are tackling with the COVID situation on the ground as well?
Yeah, ma'am. The situation, even you can see the condition outside, is too hot, too cold. Even the heater is not working properly inside the metro when we are living at night, at the night time when we are in bunkers. But the normally people's they are, it's too hard. You can see you can see it's -2 or -3 degree inside the metro also. If you come to outside, it's -5, -6 degree. If you ask about the food, we can say
yes.
we stored for 1 week. We can survive till 1 week. We have enough food for 1 week.
And Mokshit, another question to you, even as you continue to show us those visuals from inside the metro station bunker where you are located from, have you been, what was the last time when we were able to really reach out to the Indian authorities in concern? Have you been given any directive at this point? How soon will you be evacuated from there?
Yes, ma'am. Just now at the morning, we got some message that some of the Indians have been lifted up. And even soon we are going to lift.
Right.
Also, Mokshit, if you could now speak to some of the people, I see a lot of people with you who are in that bunker as you're showing us those visuals and you're talking to us about those, the situation on the ground. Could you get in some more people as well with you and speak to them as well as to how they have been and how much longer, in fact, they are prepared to be there with respect to ration and supplies as well?
Yes, ma'am. Give me a second, ma'am. I'm going to speak to one guy.
इंग्लिश में बोलेगा? हाँ?
हिंदी में बात करो।
अच्छा। हेलो।
Yes. Can you please tell us your name and share your experience and what are you facing right now?
My name is Tahir Ansari. I am from India and Uttar Pradesh, Devariya, and the situation is very critical because in like alarming siren are here and maybe also air strike in Kharkiv.